Hi, I'm Cheryl and welcome to the Sewing Room channel. I'm going to demonstrate this pillow. It's called a Biscornu pillow. All you need for this is 2 fat quarters. So I've picked this flower design on one side and then a yellow print on the other side. You'll need 2 buttons. You can have them different, but have them the same size. When you look at this pillow from the side, it has this little zigzag shape going along there. And so it's very simple to make, so let's get started. Here are the 2 fat quarters that I'm using. When you're selecting your fabrics, you want to pick fabrics that complement each other. For instance, this is a print, and this yellow is almost a solid. It does have a slight little print on it. It's hard to see, but it is there. So select your print first, and within that print, select one of the other colors to use as the other fat quarter. Cut both fat quarters to 18-inch square. Some fat quarters are not quite 18 inches wide when you buy them, so cut it as close to 18 inches square as you can. You're going to mark both fat quarters in the same way, and you're going to place the marks on the right side, or also called front side or pretty side of your fabric. So I have that facing up at me right now. Place your marks in all 4 corners that are 1/4 inch from this raw edge and this raw edge. So again, 1/4 inch on all 4 corners. Then in the middle on each side, if you have an 18-inch square, the middle would be 9 inches. And again, place it on the front side of the fabric, on the middle of each side, and you do all of these markings on both of your fat quarters. You're going to be offsetting both of the squares from each other. You're not going to line up corner to corner. You're actually going to line up corner to the center of the side. So here's my little dot I've got in the corner here. I'm going to place it on top of that mark, and then I'm going to go ahead and pin it. And I'm going to go across over to the corner here. I'm going to place the mark on the center of this top fabric on the corner mark here. So you're going to place pins all the way across. Then you're going to start at this mark, back stitch, but don't go to the edge of the fabric here. You start right there, and then you stitch 1/4 inch seam to this mark right here, and then stop. And just do a couple of little back stitches. Remember, don't go past your mark. I've manually lowered my needle right through that mark on the top fabric. And I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of little stitches, going forward a few, and then I'm going to go back a few. One more. Okay, now I'm going to stitch a 1/4 inch seam all the way down to that next mark, and then I'm going to stop. Now I'm approaching that little mark, and I'm going to stop right on top of it. Now I'm going to go back stitch a little bit. One more. Here is the corner we just finished at. So now I'm going to take the top fabric corner, and I'm going to mark it, place it on top of the mark of this center mark on the bottom fabric. So go ahead and match it up, and then place pins across this side. So you'll notice that when you've pinned this side, that your corner looks a little funny with the top fabric. It's kind of lifting up a little bit, but that's okay. It's supposed to look like that. So after you've pinned it across, you want to go back to your machine, stick your needle down in through where that last stitch was, right there in that corner. Then you're going to stitch across to the mark you have down here and backstitch a couple of stitches and stop. So here we go. You're going to continue that process of matching up all your marks. I want to show you another method you can use to go around your corner. So if you're a little more experienced at sewing, you don't need to keep backstitching at each corner. What you can do is when you get to that corner, you leave your needle in the down position. Then go ahead and line up your marks on the next side. Then turn the fabric like this, because the needle is holding everything in place, and then you can continue stitching down the next side. So I'm approaching my last mark, and I'm going to just leave the needle down. And you would continue doing this until you get to your last side and then stop. So here is the corner you started at for your very first time stitching. And then here's the last corner you're coming around. So you need to leave a little bit of an opening so that you can put the polyfill stuffing in. So just stitch down this way a few inches from this corner to about here, and then go back over here to where you started and stitch a couple of inches on this side, and make sure you backstitch on each side of the opening. At all of your corners, you want to go ahead and trim some of this fabric off. You don't want to cut too close to your stitch line. And then on this top fabric where it looks kind of weird, you might want to just do a little slit in there so that it will lay smoother at the corner. So you want to do that at all of your corners, and then reach inside your opening and then turn it front side out. After you finish stitching it, this is what it looks like. It looks kind of funny to you, but it all works out. So you want to reach in through your opening and then go over and poke out all the little corners. When you first get your polyfill, you'll notice a lot of it's clumped together. You don't want to take great big pieces and stuff it into the bag, into the pillow. You want to break it up, just pull it apart like this, and then insert a small amount at a time. And you want to fill the corners in. So fill all those different corner areas in first, and then gradually beginning to fill it in towards the center and work your way out to the opening. When you're inserting the polyfill stuffing, you'll probably notice it's going to take the entire bag, or at least most of that bag of your polyfill stuffing. Once you get all your stuffing in, you've got to close up your seam, the opening there. So you want to fold your edges in 1/4 inch inside the bag and place either some little clips to hold it closed or pin it, and then do a ladder stitch to close it up. It's a hidden stitch if you've never done it before. It is not a difficult stitch to do. So if you need instructions on how to do that stitch, check below your YouTube screen for the ladder stitch tutorial link. Now let me show you how to stitch the 2 buttons on. You can use any size button that you want. Now I'm just showing you how to put the button on this little tiny sample pillow. The process is the same no matter what type of pillow you're putting the buttons on. So I recommend you get buttons that are the same size. You can put a different color on each side if you like, but make sure they're the same size. And the ones with just the 2 holes in it are the easiest to put in. So I'm going to set the button aside. you'll need a really long needle. And you could get these in the notion section of your fabric store. I bought mine at Walmart, but not all Walmart stores carry fabric and crafts items. So it's a really long needle. You can use carpet thread, which is what I've got on here. You can also use really thin crochet thread to put your buttons on. So you're going to tie both ends together, putting a little knot on the end. This is important. You need to put that knot on there. Then you're going to find the center. The center going from corner to corner on your Biscarnu pillow is going to be about 17 inches. So you want to just go in halfway through that 17 inches and put just a little dot on your pillow with a little pencil or fabric marker, because no one's going to see it. So once you find center, thread your needle, and you're just going to go straight down through the center. Now you also want to mark the other side of the pillow where the center is, because sometimes when you think you're going straight down, you're not. You're way off to the side. So when you put a mark on the other side, you look for that mark and you just push your needle through and pull it up. So right now, got it through there. Then you want to just go over about 1/8 of an inch from that first hole there where the thread is coming through. Go straight down again and look for where you first came up and come up near it. All right, there it is, and pull up. You want to do that one more time, going down and up. So I'm going to go back one more time down to the bottom and come up again on or near where I first came out, and then pull it tight, and then go back through to where you started, back over there. And sometimes it takes a little while to find where you came out. That's pretty close, right there. Okay, and pull it nice and snug. So now you've got this little indentation in there. So what you want to do is take this button and put it through the hole, and then go through the other hole of the button. So you're right there like that. And now you're going to be going right back down, straight through the pillow again, and out the other side. Go ahead and put your button on your thread, and then again go back down through and come up here at the where you came out before. And now you're going to have to lift this button up a little bit and go back through it and go through the other hole and then go back down and come out. And you want to just pull it really tight. So now at this point, you want to go ahead and cut your thread up here at the top. So I'm going to cut the thread off. And then you're going to separate the thread and take one of them as soon as I get it all unwound. So take one of them, and you're just going to keep wrapping it around the button. It takes a little bit of time to do that, and just go around it 3 or 4 times and keep the other thread out of the way. After you've done that, then you're just going to do a surgeon's knot. And a surgeon's knot means that you're going to wrap it around once, going through just as if you were going to tie any knot, and then wrap it around one more time and pull it through. And then pull on both ends until it's really tight, and then go ahead and cut your threads, and then you're all done. I hope you enjoyed this pillow tutorial. If you're interested in other pillows and other home decor projects, check below your YouTube screen for the video links. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and check out my Facebook page. I'll see you next time, and happy sewing! If you like the Sewing Room channel, one of the best ways to show your support is to subscribe by clicking on that red subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. And make sure you click on the bell so you receive notifications for all my new videos. I'm Cheryl, this is Manny, and this is Scotty. See you next time.